vlog again. Just can't wait to do a vlog again. The life I love is making vlogs for my friends, and I can't wait to do a vlog again. Doing a vlog again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to do a vlog again. Hello everyone and welcome back to The Top Vloggers. As always, I am your host, How You Mighty Joe, and it is with a sad and heavy heart today that I report that Charles Robert Watts, the drummer for the Rolling Stones, has passed away. He was 80 years old. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are Rolling Stones fan or not, but some people are. And Charles Watts was an English drummer best known as a member of the Rolling Stones. In 1963, he got his start. Originally trained as a graphic artist, he started playing the drums in London's rhythm and blues clubs where he met Brian Jones, Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards. In January 1963, he joined their fledgling group, the Rolling Stones, as drummer, while doubling as the designer of their record sleeves and tour stages. Watts, along with Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, are the only band members to have been featured on all of the studio albums. He cited jazz as a major influence on his drumming style. He toured with his own group, the Charles Watt Quintet, and he has also appeared in London at Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club. In 2006, Watt was elected into the Modern Drummer Hall of Fame. In the same year, Vanity Fair elected him into the International Best Dressed List Hall of Fame. Now, Charles Robert Watts was born at University College Hospital in Bloomsbury, London, and he also has a sister named Linda. As a child, Watts lived in Wembley at 23 Pilgrim's Way. Many of Wembley's houses have been destroyed by bombs during World War II. Watts and his family lived in a prefab, as did many in the community. The young boy who lived across the street, David Green, would remain friends with him. Watts and his family moved to Kingsbury, where he attended Tyler Crofts Secondary Modern School from 1952 to 1956. As a schoolboy, he displayed a talent for art, music, cricket, and football. When he and Green were both about 13, Watts became interested in drumming. Charlie would say, "I bought a banjo and I didn't like the dots on the neck, so I took the neck off, and at the same time I heard a drummer called Chico Hamilton who played with Jerry Mulligan, and I wanted to play like that, with brushes. I didn't have a snare drum, so I put the banjo head on a stand." Now that is definitely interesting and unique. Besides his work as a musician, Watts contributed graphic art and comic strips to early Rolling Stones records, such as Between the Buttons record sleeve, and was responsible for the 1975 tour announcement press conference in New York City. The band surprised all of the people waiting reporters by driving and playing Brown Sugar on the back of a flatbed truck in the middle of Manhattan traffic. Watts remembered this was a common way for New Orleans jazz bands to promote upcoming dates. Watts was involved in many activities outside his life as a member of the Rolling Stones. In 1964, he published a cartoon tribute to Charlie Parker entitled Ode to a High-Flying Bird. Although he made his name in rock, his personal taste lay really in jazz. In the late 1970s, he joined Ian Stewart in the Back to the Roots boogie woogie band Rocket 88, which featured many of UK's top jazz rock and R&B musicians. In the 1980s, he toured worldwide with a big band that included such names as Evan Parker, Courtney Pine, and Jack Bruce, who also was a member of Rocket 88. On October 14, 1964, Watts married Shelley Ann Shepard, whom he had met before the band became successful. The couple had one daughter who was born in March of 1968, who in turn gave birth to Watts' only grandchild, a girl named Charlotte. Now, of course, one thing I will remember about Charlie Watts is that he was always a fine dresser. Watts was known for his wardrobe. British newspaper The Daily Telegraph named him one of the world's best dressed men. In 2006, as I mentioned earlier, Vanity Fair elected him into the International Best Dressed List Hall of Fame. And that is definitely quite an accomplishment to be had as a rock star in the 60s. In June 2004, Watts was diagnosed with throat cancer despite having quit smoking in the late 1980s and underwent a course of radiotherapy. The cancer went into remission. On August 5, 2021, it was reported that Watts had elected to sit out of the resumption of the U.S. No Filter Tour due to an unspecified medical procedure, and that Steve Jordan would temporarily replace him on the drums. Watts died in a London hospital on August 24, 2021, at the age of 80. You will definitely be missed, Charlie Watts. Keep drumming in heaven.